Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Got a piece of it, taken away by Williams. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Williams against Augustine. And Jones has it in the corner. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game.
DJ Augustine playing big minutes for the Bulls last season with Derrick Rose hurt. And I'll tell you what, he put up some big numbers at times. 27 points in back-to-back games.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Brook Lopez is checked in for Webb. Young comes in for Fresh. Johnson, he's checked in for Houdini. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Bennett. Augustine dishes to Cantor. Waiters gets a wide open look. Again, the Thunder score.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Lopez sets a screen for Johnson. Well, Joe Johnson, a 14-year veteran. Most of our fans remember him back in Phoenix, probably the 4th best player on that team. Steve, just go back to that time. I mean, just scary.
Well, if the Suns could have kept him, you think about what might have been. That was a team that came very close for 4 or 5 years to being a championship team, but never got to the finals. So Johnson moved on to Atlanta, where he became an all-star. And you always wonder what might have been in Phoenix.
Ibaka with a screen on Jack. And Augustine kicks to Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one rolling around and rims out. Johnson, the pass to Jack. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And Joe Johnson in his second season in Atlanta averaging 25 a game, but that was 8 years ago. Last season, around 16 a game.
Oklahoma City on D. Williams with a clean look. That 3 off the mark.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
And age starting to show for Johnson. Below average player efficiency rating the last 2 seasons. But he's still owed $48 million over this season and next.
Here's Jones. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Up and in on the layup. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless. You know, when you have the number of stars and impact players that the Nets do, you can play against anybody. They were tough against the Western Conference opponents last year.
And the Nets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in.
As this season gets underway, let's see how the Nets are stacking up in the NBA stats. Tops in scoring, first in assists. And they're also #1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Jones for 3. The shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And the Nets against the West, 18-12 record out of conference. That's right up there with Indiana and Miami from last year.
Lopez. Count that one. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Well, the Nets were one of the very few teams in the Eastern Conference that actually played better against the West, Clark, than they did against the East.
And, Kevin, there really might not be a reason behind it that I can identify, but it was a welcome trend for that team considering what they had to go through from the start of the season through the All-Star break and beyond.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, you know, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Mr. Perfect, he's checked in for Williams. Jones dishes to Augustine. Clock at 4, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Ibaka, the pass to Canner. Rebound, Brooklyn. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Darren Williams has been battling ankle injuries the last several years. It's taken not just a physical toll, but a mental one as well. As Darren has said, I used to step on the court and feel like I was the best player no matter who I played against. I've got to get back to that. Even if I'm not the best player on the court, I've got to feel like I am. Guys?
Certainly a player to root for. Thanks, Doris. Brooklyn's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Pass to Lopez. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Brook Lopez managed 17 games last year before needing season-ending surgery on that right foot. That was his third surgery on the foot in less than 2 years. And that's the question now. Can he stay healthy?
And for the Nets last season, it seemed that they found their rhythm as a team once Lopez was out. How could that be?
You know, sometimes you lose a key cog in your offense and in your team, and other guys step up. You change how you're playing, and guys get some confidence, and they're all pros now. So when the opportunity knocks, guys are ready to step into that role and fill the gap, and I think that's what happened.
On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Augustine. Well, fade away, and he gets the bucket. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
And Ibaka kicks to Waiters. Ibaka sets the pick for Waiters. Back to Ibaka. Augustine dishes to Jones. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got assist number 5 here tonight. Lopez a screen. Here's Andrews. Soft touch off the glass. Mr. Perfect's got 11.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Augustine passes to Canner. Waiters against Johnson. Lopez over to help. And Waiters kicks to Augustine. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And now let's highlight the deadliest deep threats to come into the NBA this season on our rookie leaderboard. And you look at Mr. Perfect. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Houdini, same could be said about him.
What a season these two have had from beyond the arc. A pair of rookie assassins.
They've made the transition to the NBA three-point line as if they've been shooting from there their whole lives.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Durant comes in for Jones. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Augustine. Here's Mr. Perfect. He's covered by Westbrook. Young passes to Andrews. And that one comes up a bit short.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
And Waiters kicks to Westbrook. It's tipped. Lopez with the steal. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers, 2 spots down.
Checking out Brooklyn, you got to go back to the preseason preparation. It was really solid. They established a style of play that was perfect for their personnel, and it's paid immediate dividends at the start of this season.
And the personnel you mentioned wasn't necessarily well respected coming into the season, but they're quickly earning a lot of respect from around the league.
Just 5 on the clock. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Westbrook. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Fresh. He's covered by Collison. Here's Raja. His three-pointer's off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. From 12 feet out, that's blocked. Out left to the wing. Here's Webb, up and in from the low block. Webb's got 8 points.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Now here's Waiters. Not a lot of room.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Webb, a screen on Westbrook. Here's Houdini. He's covered by Westbrook.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Here's Webb. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee.
And how about his defense? 4 steals on the night. He was so aggressive.
Durant dishes to Adams. No luck.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You know, the Nets were not a high-octane offensive team. They didn't average 100 points a game, but they were one of the more efficient teams in the league at the offensive end of the floor.
And with the Nets and scoring, it's not how much you score, but how efficient you are in the NBA. And they were in the top 5 in points per shot.
Points per shot, I like that stat. It's a true indication of what a team Clark is able to do on offense a lot of the time.
Well, with the aging players they had, you knew the Nets weren't going to be an up-and-down team, a transition team. So they found ways to make the most of their offensive possessions last year.
Durant kicks to Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Kicks to Bennett. Here's Mr. Perfect. He's covered by Westbrook. Stolen by Waiters. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. There's 1:26 left in the first half. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the jam by Kevin Durant. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Pass to Houdini. They set the screen. Drains the three-pointer. Houdini's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Waiters passes to Adams. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Here's Houdini, defended by Durant. Durant with some nice D. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Good.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Andrews passes to Houdini. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
And Westbrook, here we go. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He gets it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve.